Springtime on the ranch for us here, it means we're going to slowly start getting the horses back into the groove of being handled and ridden. I don't mind the winter, other than I hate cold. I don't mind it because it does give the horses a chance to just sort of chill out and eat and kind of lick their wounds from the long riding season of the summer. But so I got Xena out today. What I do, this is March, so for the whole month of March, I'll try to get like one horse out a day, maybe two, and I'll start giving them some attention. And they are going to start shedding. So I use these, and I have a shedding brush. Actually, I have two shedding brushes, but they're in my horse trailer right now. I will get those out for another video, but any metal brushes like this are going to help pull these itchy hairs out. Horses shed by daylight, not by temperature, which is a little bit of a misconception. So these horses have started to shed for probably the last month. And when you use this, any kind of shedding brush like this, you can push really hard. I can tell she loves this. She's just going to stand here and we get under her tummy. And it helps just pull out all those itchy furs, because the winter fur is coming out and the new summer fur is coming in. And I'm probably saying this wrong, but as far as I understand it, the winter fur is thicker, more hollow. That's what keeps them warm. So the summer fur is ready to come in, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to just push really hard and help that out a little bit, and it gets her back in the groove of being handled a little bit. My horses tend to be a little bit heavy from eating so much in the winter, so I will slowly start taking them out for some trotting rides, getting them back into a little bit of shape. So today I'm going to jump on her bareback. I like bareback. It's kind of fun. I have all my lesson kids always get on bareback. It's kind of a neat feeling. And she's the one that we were concerned about some ulcers. So I'm also handling her today, paying attention to her ears. And oh, she does not like dogs at all. Get Jojo. So I'm paying attention. I'm just handling her like I normally would. And I'm paying attention to see if I'm noticing any difference in her reaction when I'm handling her back here. So I'm just kind of doing that, and I'll go over and do the other side. Nina is half thoroughbred, half quarter horse, which is an appendix. Her dad was a racehorse, and her mom was a really tall buckskin. I knew her owner before we acquired her. She was bred to be a barrel horse, but just didn't suit her. And if you watch these videos over the summer, you'll see why. She just really is a very calm. She just likes to walk along and have fun. She really doesn't have the heart, I don't think, to run fast and turn around barrels. So that's how my friend acquired her, and we're so lucky because she gets to stay here, and I get to take care of her, and kids get to ride her, and my friend comes up and trail rides with us on her when she gets a chance. So it's all kind of a win-win, especially for Xena. She gets a little spoiled. But I'm really liking her behavior. She's not being bitchy to me. In the spring, we're going to run across a ton of mud here, and that's why we're even tied over here. This place is beautiful, except in March and April. It's just mud everywhere. I'm lucky enough that in the pastures, we have a high ground, so the horses, that's where we put their hay so they can get out of it. But in the spring, it's more important than ever to hoof pick out their hooves. And if you are ever going to invest in some thrush medicine, put it in there once a week, just as a precautionary measure, because they have mud, and that's where bacteria grows, and it makes it, you'll notice, because it'll stink a little bit more. But it is really, I'm going to jump on her bareback here. I'm just going to put a hack on her because she can be ridden in a bit or heck more, but today all I'm going to do is just ride around here. I'm starting to slowly get her back into the groove of it. So we'll just put this hack on her. and fit it. So actually, this looks really good. It's not too low. It's not impeding on her breathing. There's no reason she should be upset. And this throat latch, you can keep that kind of loose. There you go, girl. Need a bridle path cut, don't we? So we're going to start slowly getting back into the whole riding thing since it is March, and come April we're back into it. And Zena's owner really wants her to be nice and calm in the arena, so I take every opportunity I can to just walk her around in here. She has a little bit of PTSD from being a barrel horse when she was younger, so she needs time in here just to walk around. So I'm going to do that today since the roads are all muddy, and I'm just going to walk around a little bit, and I'm just going to jump on her bareback. So this will probably be the first time she's really been ridden since fall. So we have no expectations other than to laugh at me as I try to get on bareback and just kind of walk her around. I do want to take this opportunity too. I am going to take her into a trot. I want you to see the difference in gaits, because people, this is buying season for horses, and a lot of people are asking, should I get a gaited horse? Should I get a not gaited horse? So I would do, on a side note, I want to explain a little bit of the difference between a gaited horse and a not gaited horse. But I used to be able to just jump on bareback when I was young. Now I'm going to be 51 this week, so I have to use my handy dandy stuff still here. But so I'm watching her cues, and her little ears back thing, I know her personality, and that's just her. Doesn't bother me much. So cueing her forward. Ooh, she's not happy there. But so we're gonna do a couple circles here. Good girl. She is super cuey, which means when I squeeze my legs, I get a lot of response from her. But she's super receptive, and she does not seem to be bothered at all right now. Good girl. Hey. No, hey, quit. Now, I want you to notice something. She is getting super irritated, being a bad girl, and her go-to is rearing up. So if I think she's going to rear up, I am grabbing her mane right here. I can easily slide off, but I am going to grab her mane so that I'd rather not slide off, because then she's getting away with it. But this is her spring jitters. This is how she's kind of showing me that she's not ready to be out of hibernation yet. Just doing these little figure eights, trying to keep her mind occupied with, no, you're doing what I want you to do. I want her to do a couple figure eights. Zena. Okay, good girl. Hey, good girl. Come on. Good girl. Yeah, she's a little irritated, but she's gonna get over it. Good girl. This is a trot. Good girl. Yeah. And I am not going to let her out of this arena until she at least does a little bit with a good attitude, even if it means I have to just walk a couple circles. But she's actually doing pretty good now. Good girl. So she's trotting. This is a trot. Good girl. Now she's kind of getting back into it. She's one that I remember every spring I sort of have to get her out of the whole, nope, you're not in hibernation anymore, girl. And she's not a fan of the arena. So that's why we're trying to slowly make this a super calm place for her. In fact, I'll probably go take her down the road now for a few minutes just to kind of let her chill out and remember that she has to listen. So she was being super disrespectful, especially when I wanted to go down the road a little ways. And so I just took her in the run pen for a couple minutes. And honestly, it didn't take long before she was disrespectful, turning her butt. And then she stopped and she remembered, oh yeah. She turned into me, kind of gave in, walked up, put her head down. So spring is definitely a time to be careful. Don't just jump on and go. They have a little bit to work out in the spring if you haven't been riding a lot. So let's see if she kind of remembered. I think she forgot. I think that reminded her. So this is Xena after a couple minutes in the round pen. Springtime can be crazy. Don't expect them to just pick up where you left off. She's 11, so this will be like her 9th riding season. And every spring, we kind of got to go through a little bit of, a little bit of jitters, a little bit of them being a little defiant. She was not wanting to go at all. She was rearing up. And I am bareback, so I didn't feel like getting hurt today. So I just took her in the run pen for a couple minutes. She remembered. She knows exactly what the run pen means. So now look at her. And I'm going to reward her. We're going to go down. I won this battle. It was a small one, but it was a very, very important one. And I was ready for it. I knew all these horses are going to get out one at a time. And I'm going to have to go through this with them. And now she'll remember. Now we can go for rides. So I'm going to turn her around. So she knows, okay, that wasn't so bad. We just went down the road. We're all good. And when her owner comes up, she'll be able to throw a saddle on her and go for a ride and not have to go through all that. I like it. It's fun.